Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're diving into your collection of articles about the YouTube algorithm in 2025. We're going to cut through the noise to figure out what's important for us, whether we're viewers or creators.
What's interesting is that a lot of people think there's just one YouTube algorithm, one that controls everything. But your research shows that isn't actually true.
Yeah, it's not just one single algorithm.
Yeah.
YouTube uses a bunch of different algorithms, like for the homepage, suggested videos, even for search results and shorts.
And that impacts you as a viewer, It changes how you experience YouTube.
Definitely.
Like, think about your YouTube homepage. Imagine it's like a magazine. But it's not just any magazine. It's personalized for you. That homepage algorithm is trying to show you a bunch of different videos, things you might like based on what you've watched before.
Ooh, like a personalized magazine just for me. That's a pretty cool way to think about it. But what about when I'm already watching something and those suggested videos pop up on the side? Are those picked the same way?
Not exactly. The homepage wants to give you lots of different options, right? But the suggested videos are more focused. They're based on what you're watching right now. So let's say you're watching a documentary about skateboarding history. You'll probably get suggested videos about skateboarding, maybe more documentaries or videos about skateboarding techniques.
So the homepage is like, hey, check out all this cool stuff. But the suggested videos are like, hey, since you like this, you might like this too. Okay, that makes sense. But there are so many videos out there. How does YouTube decide which ones to show me first, whether it's on my homepage or in those suggested videos?
Well, that's where this idea of moving away from the Mr. Beast era comes in. Remember a few years ago, everything was super flashy, lots of clickbait titles, crazy production. YouTube is kind of shifting away from that now.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It feels like I'm seeing fewer of those kinds of videos these days. More of what I'm seeing now feels more genuine, more informative, even if the video quality isn't super high budget.
Exactly, you got it. Authenticity is becoming more and more important on YouTube. And you need to offer real value to viewers. Like, there's this great example from your articles, Clear Value Tax. It's a channel about financial advice. And they have a really simple style. They even use auto-generated thumbnails for their videos. But the channel is doing really well.
It's amazing what a guy standing in front of a wall can achieve. Just him and a clipboard. So it seems like YouTube is realizing that we're all kind of tired of all the flashiness. Maybe that's why longer videos are becoming more popular again, along with those super short shorts.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. YouTube is recognizing that people want different things. Sometimes you want a quick video, sometimes you want something longer. And speaking of shorts, now that they can be up to 3 minutes long, there's this sweet spot emerging for creators.
You mean that 90-second length that keeps popping up in these articles?
Exactly. 90 seconds seems to be the perfect length for videos that you want to share on lots of different platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, even Facebook. That way you can reach more people with the same video.
That's a great tip, especially for people who are trying to manage content on several platforms. Creating videos that work everywhere saves so much time. But this brings up another interesting point. If YouTube is focusing on authenticity and realizing that different video lengths can work, does that mean subscriber counts are becoming less important?
That's right. The focus is shifting to engagement. Subscriber counts still matter, but they're not the only thing. YouTube also cares about things like unique viewers. How many people are watching your videos for the first time, and returning audience members, people who keep coming back for more. And of course, they look at watch time, likes, and all that. This makes it easier for new creators to get noticed.
So instead of trying to get millions of subscribers, it's more important to have a smaller group of people who really love your content.
Yeah.
It's about quality over quantity.
Exactly. And this is where that interest graph idea comes in. It keeps showing up in these articles. It means that YouTube is trying to connect you with videos that you're actually interested in, no matter who made them.
So it's less about chasing after popularity and more about making sure your videos match what your audience actually wants. It's like YouTube is trying to be a matchmaker, matching creators with their perfect viewers.
That's a great way to put it. It's about figuring out your niche.
Yeah.
And then using the algorithm to connect with people who love that kind of content.
It sounds like we really need to understand how the algorithm works. If we can work with it, not against it, we can help people find our videos.
Absolutely. And these articles are full of useful tips for both creators and viewers.
So what are some of those tips? Is there a secret code we need to crack?
There's no magic formula, but there are definitely things we can do to improve our chances of success on YouTube. And that's what we'll talk about next. So let's unlock some of those secrets to YouTube. Remember, it's all about working with the algorithm and giving your audience what they actually want.
Okay, so let's talk about sticking to a niche. Is that still really important in 2025? There's so much content out there. Sometimes I feel like trying different things, branching out into new areas.
Yeah, I get that. It's tempting to experiment. But sticking to a niche is still a really good strategy. Think about how the algorithm works. It looks for patterns. When your channel focuses on one topic, it helps YouTube understand what your channel's about and who your audience is.
So if my channel is about sustainable living, but then I also post videos of my vacations, would that confuse the algorithm?
It might, yeah. Your travel videos could be great, but if they don't really relate to sustainability, it makes it harder for YouTube to figure out what your channel's about.
So it's like building a brand.
hmm
You want to be known for one thing, not just a bunch of random stuff.
Exactly. A strong niche helps people remember your channel.
Okay, niche down, be consistent, got it. But what about new creators who are just starting out? How do they even know what their niche should be?
That's a good question. The articles mentioned experimenting on other platforms like TikTok or Instagram Reels.
So use those to test out different content and see what people respond to.
Exactly. Once you find something that works and that you enjoy making, you can bring that to YouTube.
That's a smart way to do it. Okay, what about thumbnails? YouTube has that AI tool that can create thumbnails now. Do we even need custom thumbnails anymore?
I'd still recommend making your own thumbnails. Think about it. You spend all this time creating awesome videos. Why use a generic thumbnail? The thumbnail is the first thing people see. It's got to grab their attention.
It's true. A good thumbnail can make a huge difference. So, what are the best practices for thumbnails in 2025? Is it still all about bright colors and big text?
Those things are still important, but your thumbnails need to be clear and concise. People see so many thumbnails every day. Yours has to tell them what your video is about instantly.
So less artsy stuff, more straight to the point.
Right. Use close-ups, clear text, and colors that really stand out. Think about what would make you click on a video.
And don't forget about branding. Make sure your thumbnails all have a similar style.
Exactly. Good branding makes your channel recognizable. Think about Mr. Beast. You can always tell his videos just from the thumbnail.
Yeah, that blue and orange is unmistakable. Okay, so we've talked about niche and thumbnails. What's next? Keywords and SEO.
Yeah, keywords are super important. They help people find your videos when they're searching on YouTube.
So we need to figure out what words people are actually using.
Right. Think about your target audience. What are they typing into the search bar? Use those words in your video's title, description, and tags.
So it's not just about using any random keywords. It's about using the right keywords.
Exactly. You want to use words that match what your audience is searching for.
There are tools that can help with this, right?
Yes. Tools like TubeBuddy and vidIQ are great for keyword research.
They're like keyword detectives.
Exactly. But keywords aren't everything. YouTube is also getting better at understanding the content of your videos.
So if I'm making a tutorial on building a birdhouse, I need to actually show myself building a birdhouse in the video, not just use the word birdhouse in the title and description.
That's right. It's all about creating a cohesive experience for both the viewers and the algorithm.
Okay, so what about encouraging people to watch more of our videos? How do we keep them hooked without being clickbaity?
Playlists are a great way to do that. You can group similar videos together so people can easily find more content they'll enjoy.
Like a beginner's guide to baking playlist.
Exactly, or ultimate travel hacks. You can also use end screens and cards to suggest other videos people might like,
It's like leaving a trail of breadcrumbs.
leading them deeper into your channel.
And don't forget to ask people to like, comment, and subscribe.
Right, a clear call to action is important.
Sometimes people just need a little reminder.
Now, what stands out to you is the most important thing we've talked about the algorithm and creating content.
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that the algorithm is really just a reflection of what viewers want. YouTube is always trying to show people the videos they'll enjoy most.
So it's not about tricking the algorithm, it's about understanding it and making videos that people will actually want to watch.
Exactly. Authenticity, value, engagement. Those are the keys to success on YouTube.
And this brings us back to the idea of the interest graph. Remember, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, can you explain that a bit more? What does it mean for creators? Can you really build a big audience, even if you don't have a lot of followers on other social media?
Absolutely. In the past, your social media following was really important for getting views on YouTube, but now the algorithm is changing. It's more about connecting people with content they'll love, no matter who made it.
So it's less about who you know and more about what you create.
Exactly. This is great news for smaller creators. You don't need 1 million followers to get your videos seen, as long as your content is good and it matches what people are searching for.
That's really encouraging. It's all about making high-quality videos that connect with your audience.
It's really interesting to see how YouTube is changing. It's like a one-stop shop now. You can watch videos, learn stuff, and even buy things.
Yeah, it's crazy. One of the articles talked about this new product tagging feature. Can you explain how that works? It sounds like it could really change online shopping.
Okay, so imagine you're watching a video about cameras, like the best cameras for beginners. And as the person in the video is talking about each camera, little tags pop up on the screen. You can click on them to learn more about the camera, see how much it costs, even buy it right there.
Wow, so you can shop while you watch. That's so convenient. No more having to search for the product online after you see it in a video.
Right, it makes it super easy to buy things you see on YouTube. And it's not just for physical products. Creators can also sell digital products and services like online courses or ebooks.
This is a game changer for creators. It gives them more ways to make money from their videos, beyond just ads and sponsorships. But how do you actually set up a shop on YouTube? Is it difficult?
It's not too bad, actually, especially if your channel already meets YouTube's requirements. You need at least 500 subscribers, 3,000 hours of watch time, and your channel needs to be verified. Once you're approved, you can connect your Shopify store. Or you can partner with a big retailer, and then you can start tagging products in your videos.
So, hypothetically, if I had a channel about underwater basket weaving, I could sell my handmade basket kits right through my videos.
Exactly.
That's amazing. What about the money? How does YouTube split the revenue with creators?
It depends on the retailer you're working with. Some retailers don't take any commission at all. Others take a percentage of each sale. If you're selling through your own Shopify store, you keep all the profit, minus any transaction fees.
So there are a few different options. Creators need to do their research and figure out what works best for them. But overall, YouTube shopping seems like a really cool opportunity. Creators can make more money and build a business around their passion.
Yeah, I think so too. It fits with everything we've been talking about, creating authentic content, building an audience, and giving viewers something valuable.
It all ties together. YouTube isn't just about watching videos anymore. It's a place to create, connect, and now to shop.
It really is amazing how much it's evolved.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the YouTube algorithm, what's the biggest takeaway for you?
I think the most important thing to remember is that YouTube is always changing, but it's still all about connecting with people, sharing your passion, and creating content that matters.
Whether you're a viewer, a creator, or a brand, you need to understand how to engage with your audience authentically. Focus on your niche and use the tools YouTube provides.
That's the key to success.
And never stop learning and adapting.
Exactly. YouTube is always evolving.
Well said. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you learned some valuable insights. Until next time, keep creating, keep learning, and keep exploring all that YouTube has to offer.